Welcome to another Out of the Park video. Before we get to this week's video on the 2001 San Francisco Giants, just a couple of quick updates. You can see right here, I've started my Tigers main sim, started recording it. It should be up on the channel in about 2 weeks, I think is when we'll start that one. And on a related note, I've also relaunched my Patreon page. So if you'd like to make a $5 monthly donation to the channel, you can go to the link in the description of this video, patreon.com/pfholden. If you're able and willing to donate a little bit to the channel each month to help support the work that goes into it, I'd appreciate it. Thanks. And now we're on to the Giants video.
Welcome to an Out of the Park 24 video on the San Francisco Giants in the 2001 MLB season. Our goal here is to get Barry Bonds a World Series ring. Why might I want to get Barry Bonds a World Series ring, you might ask. Some of you probably don't like him. I'll remain indifferent. I don't make the rules, I just make the videos. If you recall, last fall when I was recording my Royal Sim, at one point I let you guys know about a charity event that I was doing and asked people to donate to it. It was a fundraiser for Parkinson's research. And if you donated over a certain dollar amount, I said I'd make a video for you. I'm getting to those now. Derek requested this one. If you recall, in Out of the Park 21 or 22, I did a series with my brother Mike where we tried to get Mike Trout a World Series ring in one season. We were successful. He won the World Series, and I think he won World Series MVP too. So now we're going to try to do it for Barry Bonds due to a request from Derek. So for you history buffs out there, if I misstate things about the 2001 MLB players, teams, etc., I apologize in advance. Early 2000s was a time that I wasn't really all that tuned into MLB. I was living in a place where I didn't get the O's games. The O's were in the middle of a terrible, terrible stretch. And I don't think I was playing fantasy baseball then either. So, and I'm also just, my brain isn't an encyclopedia. So apologies in advance if I get anything wrong. But this was when Bonds was in the middle of 4 straight MVP awards. 2000, I think it was like 2000 through 2003 maybe. He won 4 straight. This was the middle of it. The 2001 through 2003 Giants were really strong teams, and they did not win a World Series. In this season, 2001, they finished second in the West. They went 90-72, did not grab the wild card spot. 2002, they got the wild card with 95 wins and lost in the World Series to the Angels. 2003, they won 100 games, won the division, and lost in the NLDS to the Marlins. So I figured I'll go with 2001 because they didn't make the postseason. So I can't screw that up if I don't make it. They also didn't make it. The other years, they did make the postseason. So let's go over the team. Again, this is a disclaimer I give when I go through teams. I'm not evaluating these guys based off of how they were in real life. I'm looking at this through the out-of-the-park lens of my scout. All right? Cool. So our starting catcher is none other than Benito Santiago, who is 36, has had a decorated career, but really just, if you look at his real-life stats here, is at this point just well past the point of being a player that we want to depend on as our starting catcher. Benito, I love you. You're great, but I'm not sure you're going to be our starting catcher for this sim. Our backup catcher is Edwards Guzman, I don't know how I said that way. Yeah, I was going to say, this was not a dude I know. I don't feel too bad about it. He only got 292 MLB plate appearances, so I don't feel bad about knowing him. No history data, got it. None other than JT Snow is our first baseman. I think JT's fine. I love a high eye discipline guy. Fly ball hitter. San Francisco's park really suppresses everything except triples. So it's a very pitcher-friendly park. We're going to need some outfielders who can run down balls, I think, in that outfield. So JT Snow is fine, but I think in the bigger picture, I might want to move Kent to first and move Rich Aurelia, who is our shortstop, to either third or second. I could also, if I move him to third, I could keep Kent at second, and then that would push out our third baseman. Oh gosh, they're both Ramon Martinez. This is Ramon without the E Martinez, who you can see. This is a guy who played for the Giants, the Cubs, Dodgers, and Mets towards the end of his career. So I don't really know that he's an MLB player for us either. So I think maybe the move might be to force start Aurelia at third and then put Ramon Martinez Here's Ramon E. Martinez, who, wait, what? Is this the same guy? Hold on. This guy's here twice, and he's like the same dude. Ramon E. Martinez, age 28. Ramon Martinez, age 29. Giants, Cubs, a few teams, Dodgers, Mets. Giants, Cubs, Dodgers, Mets. Giants, Cubs. Yeah, this is like the same dude. I don't know what's going on. We might have to get rid of one of him. We'll figure that out later. Russ Davis is also here. Russ Davis is not avoiding the Ks very well. He's not going to avoid the Ks. I was going to say I remembered him as like a Mariner. I vaguely remember Russ Davis as a Mariner. But long story short, on our infield, I think the most likely plan is we Snow and Kent are on the right side. We push Aurelia to third and bring in a shortstop. And we'll figure out what to do with this mess of two Ramon Martinez's, Russ Davis, and our backups from there. Now the outfield. Barry Bonds, some play every day in left field. I mean, look at this guy. How could he not? Center field, we've got good old Marvin Bernard in here, who is a 65 outfield range. I would normally say, I'd really love this to be 70 plus. 65 is the highest range of any outfielder in this game in 2001 when I looked at the players, sorted all of MLB players just a couple minutes before I started recording. We've also got Sean Dunston. Sean Dunston, I thought, and again, this is where you guys can jump in and let me know, because I didn't look this up in advance. I'm just kind of going through it here. I thought was a shortstop in his days with the Cubs. He's 38 at this point, so maybe he was. And okay, yeah. This is Sean Dunston. Here we go. Shortstop for the Cubs. That's who I remember. I don't retain this period of his career where he played with the Giants at the end. And he might also want us to forget it because it wasn't that great. Let's see. So that's the outfield starters. As for the rest of the outfield, sorry if there's a little noise in the background. The washer or the dryer's going, but hopefully it's not too unbearable for you guys. Calvin Murray, I mean, he's got good range, which I certainly like as a backup outfielder. He's not in our lineup anywhere, I don't think, against lefties or righties. No, he's not. So Calvin Murray I like as a backup. Armando Rios is here. This is a name I remember. Was he ever with the Dodgers? Am I thinking of a different? I'm thinking of a different guy. Or I just confuse it. Anyways, he's fine. He's a lefty, which is cool because what's his name? Murray. Calvin Murray is a righty, so that's cool. Yeah, so I don't know. I think the starting outfield is probably set. I think Dunston, Bonds, Bernard is fine. I'm not so sure about Dunston, but we'll figure that out. So I would say, right now we're looking at replacing our shortstop and moving Aurelia to third and maybe finding a new right fielder if we can. Pitching side of things, Sean Estes, of Giants fame for sure. He seems fine enough. I don't think he's an ace, but he's a fine enough pitcher. Good old Russ Ortiz here, fly-ball pitcher. That's going to work fine. That's going to work fine in San Francisco. Also, I'm good with him. Livan Hernandez, he's coming off a 5.3 WAR season with a really good ERA and FIP. So we're going to just let him go out there and fly, even if these numbers don't necessarily say we should trust him. Mark Gardner, we're getting dangerous now. I think we need to replace Mark Gardner in our rotation. Kirk Reuter, thank you for your service, but I think we need to replace you in our rotation. Rob Nen. Oh, Rob Nen. I think we can deal with this fly ball average movement pitcher in our ballpark. Of course, I'll always trade a reliever, though. If I can get value for him, get a shortstop that I need, he's gone. Felix Rodriguez, very happy with him, even though he's extreme fly ball. Man, a lot of extreme fly ball pitchers. I'm starting to get a little worried. It's a little bit too much fly ball heavy, guys. Extreme ground ball. There we go. Chad Zerbe here to save the day. Alan Embry, extreme fly ball and no movement. I can't pitch this guy. Ryan Jensen, fine. Fultz, seems fine. I think we could add maybe 2 starters and 2 relievers. Go out and make some trades. Not all this is going to be done before opening day, but I'm going to do my best to make some moves here. Add a couple relievers, couple starters, Going to add a shortstop, maybe a corner outfielder, and we'll just go from there and try to make this team a championship team. We don't have a lot of money, though. We only have $1.2 million in space available. I suppose I could always lower some of these budgets. They're already pretty low, though. Already pretty low, and I don't want to cheat the game too much and like zero them out, even though I'm only doing one sim. Ryan Vogelsong, I don't think is ready for prime time yet. Guzman, I guess, I don't know that he's ready for prime time, even though he's on the roster. This guy, oh wow, this guy was a catcher for a while. I don't remember this guy, but okay, he had a pretty. Oh, Kurt Ainsworth, I definitely remember. He's not ready. Cody Ransom, not a player for us. Ryan Jensen. Oh, Ryan Jensen. Maybe. We'll see. But, all right, so those are the moves I'm going to make. We'll catch you up soon on what the opening day team looks like. Up to opening day now. I haven't made any trades because it doesn't seem like anybody wants to trade, and we don't have a ton of budget room. So we're just going to get into the season a bit, wait for some salaries to be paid a little bit, so we're only paying a portion of the guy's salary the rest of the season so we can afford different players, wait for guys that could put on the trade block. We're going to go into this season with the team as you saw, except I deleted one of the Ramon Martinez's, and I called up Felipe Crespo. So he's on the squad as, I guess, a utility guy. We didn't really have any other options, so that's why he's there. But predicted to finish second in the NL West. This would put us in the wild card because you can see we've got the most wins of any non-division winner. So predicted to win the wild card. Finished 6 games behind the Rockies. We've got Barry Bonds, of course, here, predicted to be best hitter. And Russ Ortiz is here under the pitchers, of course, with Brandon Duckworth. So this is the team. Go forward a little bit, make some trades. We'll see if things loosen up a little bit on the trade market as we get into the season. But here, Blue Jays predicted to win the AL East, White Sox in the Central, Mariners in the West, and then Phillies, Reds, and Rockies in the NL. All right, let's get into the season and see what we can do. We're now up to June 18th. I wanted to show you some of the issues I'm running into with trading. It seems like Ryan Vogelsong is one of the better assets that I have to trade that isn't a very important part of my roster. So I want to be really thoughtful about how what trade I include him in. Armando Rios is pretty much a bench bat for me. You can see he's had 46 games, only 10 starts, pretty much a pinch hitter. But he also has some trade value. And I just wanted to see what I could get for starting pitching for them because nothing was coming up when I was going through the trade. So I just shopped them together. There's a whole lot of nothing. If we're just using overall and potential as a crude estimate until we get to the Blue Jays where they're going to offer Chris Carpenter, Kelvin Escobar, or Esteban Loaiza. I can't get a second one of them. I did try. And I don't know. Loaiza is a good pitcher. He's going to be any of these guys would be automatically in my top 3 starters. But it's just at this point in mid-June, do I want to pull the trigger here on dealing 2 of my better trade assets? And I don't know if the answer is yes to that at this point. I'll give you an update on the team, but that's kind of why I haven't really traded much. It's just hard to trade with. I did AA and AAA leagues, and so the amount of prospects, I guess, are lower than they would be. And the minor league players are also filled out with ghost players in this, the minor league teams, you see. So, I guess I could have done fictional players. I mean, this entire team is ghost players. But, live and learn. But that's what's limiting my trades. But that doesn't mean we don't have an exciting Giants season going on here. We are 41-28. We're 4.5 behind the Dodgers. But we are, better than any other team in the NL other than the Dodgers. The Blue Jays have 48 wins. The Mariners also have 41 wins. But we're one of the best teams in baseball. We're leading the wild card chase by 4.5 games over the Cubs. Expanded standings wise, come on, scroll button. Our run differential is plus 84, so we're actually 2 below our Pythagorean. I mean, Barry Bonds is just doing Barry Bonds things here. He's 68 games. He's got 5.9 WAR and a 238 WRC plus. He's got 26 homers. He's on pace for 61, 13.9 WAR. He's walking in 27% of his plate appearances. I mean, just locking down the MVP award, probably even if he got hurt for the season now. Knock on wood if that's your type of thing. Jeff Kent doing great. I mean, look at this. Like, the only guys, 110. There are only 3 guys below 110 WRC plus. So all but 3 players in our team are 10% better than league average. Calvin Murray, who is a backup outfielder, mainly there for his glove. Felipe Crespo, who admittedly is, doesn't really belong on this team. Maybe I should sign somebody, but he's a utility infielder. And then our backup catcher, Edwards Guzman, also not very good. So, maybe I should probably be looking to see if there are free agents for backup catcher, utility infielder. Pitching side of thing, you can see Ortiz and Estes are carrying their weight. Mark Gardner's having a decent season, much better in the ERA than the peripheral stats, but Livan Hernandez has turned it around to be okay this season. Kirk Reuter, I think we could, like I said, use a couple bullpen arms. I'm not sure all these guys belong. If you just sort by FIP minus here, Fultz is trouble. Zerbe isn't great. Embry is starting to get back to around league average. So an ERA plus, like most of our guys are better than league average. Everybody except Worrell, Jensen, and Hernandez. So, yeah, I mean, we got work to do. We could bring in a starter. I'm not sure there's a ton of holes to plug in, which is what she said. Which is why I'm not, maybe I should pull the trigger on those on a trade with the Blue Jays. I think I probably will at some point. It is, yes, a little strange the Blue Jays are looking to make that trade for Vogelsong and trade a starting pitcher, I guess, when they're going to make the postseason. But maybe it's a weird AI thing that I shouldn't take advantage of. But maybe also it's just that their team is stacked. I mean, they're not giving up either of their top 2 starters. Do they have a hole in the outfield that they're looking to fill here? Mondesi's been okay. Looks like they could use some better bench players. So, Jose Cruz Jr. and Carlos Delgado are leading the way. Vernon Wells is on the scene. What was his rookie year? 99. Okay. It's not quite to peak Vernon Wells yet, but he's quite good. And, yeah, so I don't know why they're doing that, but I'm not going to pay attention to that too much. I'm not going to police the AI here in a one-season sim. Let's see what we got in terms of free agents. Ooh, okay. Not much in terms of pitchers, but Patrick Mahomes' father is out here. So let's go to all batters. Sort by overall. Yeah, Todd Hundley. Could he come in and be... No, I don't know they could. Manny Alexander, a.k.a. the heir to the Cal Ripken throne, is out here. Yeah, he's not going to do much. No, there's really nothing out here in free agency. We're not going to be able to fill those holes out here. Why does everybody... These are all the same dude. They all have amazing avoid case. I don't know why that happens. One of you probably knows who does historical sims more often, but I do not know why that is the deal here. All right, so maybe we'll keep an eye on the waiver wire too. There's nobody on the wire right now. But yeah, we'd like to improve the team some, but just the trade market, not a lot going on there. But we'll keep trying to improve upon the team, and really just in the meantime let Barry Bonds and Jeff Kent carry this team, and hopefully we can find some magic in the postseason. Okay, so we're now at July 16th. We're 52-40. We've gone a little cold here. I'll go back to that trade in a second. We're still up in the wild card by 2.5. We were up by like 6.5. We've fallen off the pace of the Dodgers. We're now 6.5 behind them. You can see we've lost 4 in a row, 3-7 in the last 10. And honestly, the trade market's pretty similar. There are now way more players on the trade block. I can show you here. Like, yeah, Pedro Martinez out there, dude. Like, basically the only way I can get him is if Bonds is in the deal. Like, that's it. I tried everything because that would have been awesome to bring in Pedro Martinez, but it's just not going to happen. Pat Henkin, former Orioles legend. So I just started looking around, and I've played around a good bit with different trades for different guys, and there's not a trade out there that like makes perfect sense, right? Lesson learned on the allowing ghost players to fill out the minor rosters. Just not a lot of prospects to trade around. So you're going to be giving up players off your major league roster, which is pretty difficult to do when you're trying to compete like that, right? So I started tooling around and on the trade block, and Larry Walker, Colorado Rockies legend, Larry Walker was out there. And this trade does not make sense for my team, but it is a lot of fun, so I might just do it. Basically, I'd be giving up Russ Ortiz, who is my top starter. You can see he's on pace for 4.2 WAR, 8.2 RWAR. He's got a 2.82 ERA, 3.79 FIP. He's my number one starter. I'd be giving up my closer in Rob Nen, who is having a. So I'm giving up my two best pitchers. That's just the reality here. Now, Kirk Reuter is like my fifth starter, I guess. He's overperformed, I'd say, but I'm willing to give him up. And then Armando Rios is a guy who's been totally okay as a bench bat, pinch hitter like we talked about. I actually have Eric Davis on my minor league team. I think maybe my AI GM signed him. So Eric Davis can come up and replace him. So, but we'd be getting Larry Walker, which is just so much fun. I mean, Walker and Bonds in the same lineup, in the same outfield, come on. And he'd be replacing, let me show you, Sean Dunston, who has been a good fielder but a really bad hitter, 79 WRC+. But, you know, it kind of leaves our pitching staff in shambles. We get Mike Hampton, who, you know, he's having a bad season even outside of Colorado stuff. I mean, it's just the ratings aren't encouraged either. Like, you know, I guess he'll go in the rotation, but he's not going to be a Russ Ortiz replacement. Our rotation is going to be significantly weaker. We'll also get two bullpen arms back. Sean Chacon is still very young in this sim. I think it's his rookie year even. Yeah, rookie year. And then John Wasden. I don't really know that I see great use for him, but he's another arm we can have around. That's cool. Mark Little was I just saw, like, is there anybody else on your roster you'll give me when those four guys? And Mark Little was the guy that they would. I don't have the hard trade mode on for this. I turned it off, FYI. But seems like a good, you know, backup outfielder for defense. He's had a good season in Colorado. So I don't know. This just seems fun to make this trade and then figure it out from there. And like I said, yeah, there are names out there that would be more fun, like Pedro Martinez, but I can't get him for anything. Like I tried everything. I tried like Nen, Ortiz, Estes, and let me see what else. Yeah, like I tried my top two starters plus my top closer and maybe Felix Rodriguez too, like my next best reliever, and they're still like, absolutely not. They had no interest. But as soon as I put in Barry Bonds, of course they're like, yeah, of course. But I think Bonds and Walker in the same outfit is too much fun for us to pass up here. Knowing full well this could torpedo our pitching staff and we might miss the postseason. But we're going to try to win some games 19-18. And like, let's just do this, right? All right, let's just do it. This is fun. We're doing it. We traded for an all-star. Oh, lots of feelings. The fans are really upset that Nen is gone, but the clubhouse is really happy. The fans are really happy that we got Walker. The players are also happy about that. So a split decision on Nen. Walker, everybody's on board with. So let's get all these guys on the as many of these guys as we can fit on the active roster. Does Little have options? He does. All right, he's probably going to go down there now while we figure this out. Why is Mike Hampton listed as a designated hitter? You're a pitcher for us, sir. And then Walker will be our 25th. We'll figure out the numbers in a second. We'll put Little on the 40-man and then send him to AAA for now. We've got 13 hitters, 12 pitchers. Yeah, let's see what Dusty wants to do. So he's got Hampton as our 3 starter. Sean Chacon is in our rotation. Yeah, this pitching staff is significantly worse, as we knew it would be. But man, this lineup is fun. Update all depth charts and lineups. Yeah, I mean, Kent. Oh, he moves Dunston to center field. I hate that. I mean, he's played decent in right field, but man, whatever. Fine. Do your thing, Dusty. But so Kent and then Dunston, adding the 2-hole with his 79 WRC plus, classic Dusty Baker move. Walker, Bonds, Aurelia, Russ Davis is getting some time against. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at just lefties. So righties, Bernard is still in center field. And then Aurelia. I like this righties lineup a lot, actually. Bernard, Aurelia, Bonds, Walker, Kent, Snow, Martinez, Santiago. So he's going heavier with the righties. Okay, I can get down with that. So I guess now the question is, do we want to call up Eric Davis for anybody? Like Calvin Murray. Has he done anything this year? It's good defensively. He's got an option year left. I guess we could always say, like, hey, does anybody have, like, a starting pitcher that they would give us? Bronson Arroyo, noted Pearl Jam fan. Britt Reams. I mean, some of these guys, honestly, are an upgrade over what we've got. Britt Reams has pitched pretty well in Montreal this year. I think he'd be... Yeah, let's make this trade for Britt Reams. Do you have like a relief? Would you throw in like this random reliever for us? Oh. Okay. Who's this guy? Oh, he never really did much. Darwin Kubalan. I mean, my scout loves him, even though it's very low. I'm not worried about that. Whatever. He's extreme ground ball. Love the movement. Is there like somebody else you'll throw in here? I know I'm kind of like cheesing the trades here, but you know, again. Oh yeah, Urbina is on the trade block. Oh, extreme fly ball kind of scares me. Again, I know it shouldn't. You don't want to give me Javier Vasquez, a 24-year-old Vasquez? What about Vlad? 2 thumbs down? Okay. Oh, they'll give me Tim Rock Reigns, who's 41. Where's he going to play on our team, though? I mean, he's incredible, but he only plays left field. Even if he go to right field, we got Walker. Basically, you'd have Bonds, Walker, and Reigns, and one of them have to play center. None of them can. I'm really surprised that they're willing to throw that in there. How about Jose Vidro? No, it's not my final offer. Milton Bradley. Just messing around. So Jeff Blum they would give us. I don't really know that we need Jeff Blum. He's had a terrible year. I think this makes our team definitely better. These guys have options. We'll figure out who's going to be on the team and who's not. All right, hey. And then, let's see. We can probably DFA somebody or like John Wasden. Yeah, like, does he have option years? All right, let's just send him down. Let's get him out of there. So we need to call up a pitcher and a hitter, I think. So we'll put Britt Reams on the team for now. And then we'll call up Orioles legend, Eric Davis. As you can see, spent, everybody associates him with the Orioles for that, season and a half he was there. So we'll call up Davis. Let's see what happens to our lineups now. Davis doesn't make it in. He's kind of like our 5th outfielder, it looks like. That's fine. And then Britt Reams is going to go in as our 5th starter. Good deal. Now, like Sean Chacon, should we be sending him down? He was in Colorado. I can't really fault him for, I don't want to judge him off of those numbers. But I'm just thinking, so maybe Kubalin for now will just add to the 40-man and send to AAA and then figure that out. I mean, rosters will expand. We could always have injuries. You never know. But I really like this lineup now. There's obviously work to do with the pitching staff. But let's just see how this plays out for a few games. We won our first game 7-2. Walker went 3 for 5 with a home run. Kent hit a home run. Bonds went 2 for 4 with a walk. I mean, this offense is going to be hard to beat. Who pitched? Oh, Mike Hampton. I mean, 11 hits. Not great, but 7 innings, 2 runs. Let's just see how we want. Yeah, let's just keep putting up 9 runs a game. Walker went yard again. First inning, he hit a home run. Bonds hit one in the 7th. I mean, with those 2 guys, we're just going to... Oh, here's Colorado, a revenge game for Walker. We won 8-1. Who pitched for us in this one? Oh, Livin Hernandez, stepping it up. So, Rios is in the lineup for them. Walker went 1 for 3 in this game. What did Bonds do? Wait, why did Bonds lead? Oh, did Bonds lead the game just because, I guess because we were up. Okay. Let's see how the second Larry Walker revenge game goes. We won 4-1. Like, our pitching staff is just coming together here. We got Gardner went 8 strong for us. Rodriguez in as the closer. Outstanding stuff. Home runs. Barry Bonds hit his 37th. Ooh, Walker 0 for 1. Walked 3 times. All right, let's just go to next week and see what our record is over those. Ooh, we lost. We got swept by the T-backs. What? They've won 11 in a row. They're now a half game behind us. That was a huge series loss we just did. What happened to our offense here? Walker got the day off. Reams got reamed out. Ha ha. Here, Walker, another 0 for 1 with 3 walks. Hampton did not pitch great. And then here, whoa, Bonds 0 for 4. Walker 0 for 3. Who shut us down? Oh, Randy Johnson struck out 14, gave it 4 hits. Sean Estes did not do his thing. Well, that's not fun. Oh, we're back in Colorado. We'll see how that one goes. We got shut out by Colorado. Was it Russ Ortiz? No, it was Jennings. Man, our offense is going cold here. That's gonna be trouble. We are built on offense. All right, there's a 7-3 win. Who'd we knock around? Not Russ Ortiz. I keep wanting to see us do something with Russ Ortiz. Bonds has 40 home runs now. What's he on pace for? 64. Walker went 3 for 4. So the offense started to get back on track a bit. Oh, and here's a 10-8 win. That's what I see. Russ Ortiz actually pitched pretty well, but then Kirk Ruder and Rob Nen, we knocked all of them around. Reams got hit hard again. Chacon was in there against his former team. Bonds went yard. What did Walker do? Walker went 3 for 3 with 2 walks. So, yeah, this team's more fun now. This is more fun to have Larry Walker here, even if, I don't think we're a better team. It's gonna be hard to win postseason series with the pitching that we have. If we make it to the postseason, we're only up by a game and a half. But the Diamondbacks win streak is over. But now we are going to Arizona. This is a big series. Oh, we lost 10-2. Good Lord. What happened? Hampton got shelled. Fultz got shelled. And our offense did nothing. Guys, we need to start beating Arizona. All right, there's a 5-4 win. Bonds went 1 for 4. Hit a home run. Dunston 1 yard. Walker went 1 for 4. Estes pitched well. All right, we need a series win here. Ugh, series tie at best coming now. Bonds 1 for 3. Walker went yard 1 for 4. Hernandez did not pitch well. All right, we bounced back with an 8-4 win. Walker 0 for 5. Come on, Larry. Your WRC plus is only 195 in these 14 games. Let's go. Barry Bonds went yard again. Oh, no, he didn't go yard. He went 1 for 4. He had a double. Gardner pitched right. Jensen did not pitch too well here. But we're now up to July 30th. So I'll see if there's any. I'll fiddle around some more, see if there's anything that we can do. We're a game and a half on the Diamondbacks. We're 6.5 behind the Dodgers. We got 60 wins, which is actually the second best in the NL, behind only the Dodgers. AL has some better teams. The Blue Jays have 70 wins. Mariners have 64. But all right, I'll jump ahead today here and let you guys know if we're doing anything else at the trade deadline. All right, trade deadline, daytime. I just went to these 4 huge prospects that I have. I put them all on the trade block just to see if that bring anything in. I'm interested to see what the trade deadline day is like here in a historical sim that with ghost players and only AAA and AA, not a lot of prospects. So this might be a big nothing. Certainly, if we can do something with our rotation, which I trade, or the pitching staff in general traded away 2 of the top guys just for fun to get Larry Walker. That'd be good. But if not, Larry and Barry are just gonna have to carry this offense along with Jeff Kent. So let's get into the trade deadline day. I should probably go full screen here to see if that fixes the problem. I had somebody suggest that. Oh, we've got some trades. Wow. Pat Henkin got traded. Oh, yeah, some minor leaguers are getting traded. Well, where are those offers for me? I checked in on Pat Henkin, I thought. Mark Grace. John Olerud got traded to the Mariners. Oh, Pedro. Oh, whoa. Pedro got traded to the Florida Marlins for A.J. Burnett and Michael Kadire. Wow. I know we're on the clock here, but what are the Marlins? Oh, the Marlins have 59 wins. They're like, I mean, they're winning their division right now, but they're also kind of one of the teams in this wild card hunt with us. Like if once they're no longer winning their division, the Braves are 3 out. Wow, so that's a large trade. What did the game think of AJ Burnett? I mean, yeah, I don't have anybody like this. And Kadire, what's his story? So, the ratings don't look great, but he's rated the number 9 prospect in baseball. So, I'm surprised that's the trades. I basically tried to see just how crazy of a trade it would take. And, I mentioned this earlier. It was basically like I was offering all the best players on my team except Barry Bonds, and it wasn't going to work unless I put Barry Bonds in. So, I guess they softened up their price, or they really like those other guys. Got a relief pitcher out there, but I don't know. I didn't have any offers come in. We have 2 minutes and 18 seconds left in this one. Let's see, all pitchers. Let's go to starters. See Al Leiter is out there, but he's out for 7 more weeks. John Burkett. I mean, this would be a cool guy to bring in. Wait, what's going on? The Braves are like in the hunt. Whatever. I'm not worried about policing the AI in this. If they want to offer up pitchers, like let's just see what they say. If we put in Vogelsong, yeah, come back to this with a much better deal. Bonds or Walkers. That's what I'm talking about. It's just like, what? Yeah. All right. So that's not happening. John Lieber. Could always see checking on old John here. You can't be serious. Stop wasting my time. All right. So they just want Barry Bonds. That's what I'm talking. It's just like, could it be a salary thing? No, because it said I could afford. Yeah, I can afford his salary. Jason Schmidt. It's going to take a lot more. Like, how much more? Like, what if I just, let's just gauge them. See, like, if I put in Sean Estes. So, yeah, like, I'm putting in my top starter, and they still won't do it. Now, they're interested in Bernard, but he's my starting center fielder. Not really looking to trade him because my backups are Dunston, who I don't really want in center field, and Eric Davis, who I definitely don't want in center field. So without offers coming in, it's just kind of like tedious to go through this and just find, like, is there one guy who they're undervaluing? Darryl Kyle would be kind of fun to get. Brad Radke. I don't know. David Wells is out there. He's a fly ball pitcher with really good control. Oh, we got 4 seconds left. We're about to advance. This was like, yeah, this was they're not even interested in it at that point. So let's go ahead and clear the trade. Some more trades happened. You guys can check those out. Wait, Kadire then got traded? He's been traded twice now? Right? Yeah. He's been traded 3 times. That's great. He's been traded 3 times since the 28th. Hot commodity, Michael Kadire. Oh, Dave Burbo was sent. Sent him for Dimitri Young. That's a pretty good bat to give up. Yeah, I just don't know that we're gonna be able to make any more trades here, which is fine. We've got Larry. We've got like the most fun offense of all time. So okay, so they will do it for Sean Estes. So maybe David Wells, like maybe there's something here. Okay, they won't do it for Vogelsong. Oh, okay, I see. Just kind of, cheese the AI the old way without hard trading mode on. No, they're still like. Oh, well, they're interested in this catcher prospect. see at 95 what we can do. Yeah, we're still just going to have to add a guy that we're not really all that interested in adding in. See if we remove Estes. They just aren't. Yeah, it's the same 3 dudes. All right. Third window out of 4. Michael Kadire get traded again? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna just go with what it is here. Go with what the team is. I mean, I'll try a few more guys here. Let's see. We've got, Brad Radke, David Cone. Near the end of his career, he's with Boston, pitching out of the bullpen, not doing all that well. He's unhappy. If we keep at it, we might be able to close the deal. This won't get it done. Oh, come on. Everybody just Bonds or Walker. I mean, give me a break. I can't go for that. No can do. Okay, they don't seem to like adding Ainsworth or Ransom. Let's go just be like, what about if we added Shawn Estes? The answer is no, we're not that far apart. Yeah, we're not that far apart. We just need to put one of the 2 best hitters in baseball in. Got it. Let's look at maybe like there's a reliever who we can get. Vogelsong. Let's go. Let's do Estes as a test here. Okay, so they would do that. Vogelsong is no, not quite. I mean, Russ Davis is not a full-time player for us. He's hardly even on our depth chart. Oh, he's our starting first baseman against lefties. Because Snow, we're platooning Snow. He's only had 20 at-bats against lefties. I mean, he's hit them really well. But Russ Davis, I think, is as a platoon bat against lefties is probably more valuable than a relief pitcher to us. So at least we made some progress here. Like, it looked like maybe we could do a deal. But we're not going to do that one. We're not going to give up Russ Davis. Paul Shuey. It's a blast from the past. How about Vogelsong for Shuey? No, he's not even remotely interested. He's insulted by that. John Smoltz, 34-year-old John Smoltz. I can't do it, John. Can't do it. Fly baller Billy Wagner. That won't work. Not going to happen. Yeah, I don't know. I think that Larry Walker trade. Oh, well, Armando Benitez, despite the low movement, the extreme fly ball, the negative 1.5 R WAR. As an Orioles fan, I've got to try. Oh, they will do that. Oh man, I didn't expect this to seriously happen. Do we want to bring in Armando? We've got one more. Okay, yeah, we've got one more session. We could, like, Chacon has been pretty rough and he's young. Can I give up something less than him? Okay, so we'll let this carry over into the next 4-minute block, but they'll do it. I think I'd rather it for Torabella here. And I wonder if there's anything else that they would be willing to give us. Discuss trade. Their closer is 23-year-old Grant Roberts. Likes the offer, just needs a little bit more. How much more? Oh, that's a lot more, buddy. Starter. Oh, Kevin Apier? Oh, no trade? Come on, man. Get over it. Steve Traskell would be fun. All right, that might be be all we get here because we really need pitching, or else we don't need to go add Todd Zeal, even though they would bring him in. Although I guess if we traded for Zeal, we could get then go trade Russ Davis. But I don't know that we're not going to. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. No, we'll pass on that. Oh, Glendon Rush. It would be nice to get one more arm, one more starter, but we're getting pretty far down the list here. So I think we'll just bring in Armando Benitez and his extreme fly ball self and see how that goes for us. Mike Piazza? No. And yeah, all right, we're going to complete that trade. And I think with that, we'll complete the trade deadline. Go to our roster. I think Sean Chacon is the guy to send down here. He's young. He's got options. He's pitched all right for us in a whole 6 innings. But yeah, I think he's the depth guy to send down. If we need to call him up, we can. And we'll bring in Armando and just give this a go. See how Armando does. Let's see where Dusty likes Armando in his bullpen. Oh, top middle relief guy, backup setup. His 8.72 ERA in 32 innings. Yeah, and his strikeout to walk ratio is so bad. So we'll see how that goes, but not overly optimistic. Not overly optimistic. What's our important message? Trade deadline. But maybe he'll get into this first game here against the Pirates. Let's see. I'm gonna get a little auto save here. We got our player update. We won 6-4, so there's a chance that Armando got into this game, I think. Armando? No, he didn't get in. But Hampton pitched really well for us. Home runs from Kent, 2 from Walker, 1 from Bonds. So those 2 guys are still hitting, and we're going to need them to because our pitching staff is a little suspect. But we'll wrap the episode here. We'll come back with the end of the season and then go through the postseason. I think Dusty Baker and I will probably co-manage the postseason. So I'll play out parts of games, some games. So in order to allow time for that in the next episode, we'll cut this one here. We'll be back with part 2 of the Giants in the next episode. We are 61-46. We are 5.5 behind the Dodgers in the West. We are up by 2.5 on the Diamondbacks. So I guess if we don't make the postseason, we won't be co-managing games. But I have faith. I think we will. Barry Bonds, Jeff Kent, Larry Walker are going to lead us there. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys in the next episode.